What's going on, guys? Welcome to Pam Unfiltered, the spot where we spill the hottest celebrity, break down and review all the reality TV chaos, get real about the latest trending news, and of course, so much more. So let's get into it. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on Pam Unfiltered. After this video, starting next weekend, if there's any news to report, because y'all know that's going to be the weekend after Thanksgiving, so everybody should be mute and keeping it cute. But after this video, I'm going to go back to titling this video Weekly Dish. I think that title suits this best. If you don't know what this particular video is for, usually on the weekends, I will talk about a lot of things that happen during the week. As far as the celebrity world, reality stars, all that rolled into one, I would do in this one particular video. I stopped adding it to the title and giving its own little intro because I felt like it was kind of interfering with the algorithm a little bit. I'm trying to push myself as much as I possibly can through the YouTube algorithm, and I felt like it was kind of preventing my videos to be seen, so I kind of took it away. But the title just suits it so perfectly, and I miss it so much, so we're going back to it. I don't know if you guys care, but I just want to make that little bit of an announcement. But what's going on, y'all? Hope y'all having a really good weekend. Let's get into these topics. There's two topics I'm going to talk about outside of the main ones that I really wanted to focus on in this particular video. So we're going to start off with the update of Mia Thornton. So we all know, I reported earlier this week that she was arrested at the Atlanta airport. She was arrested on a warrant because she stole $11,000 worth of furniture out of a condo that she was renting a couple of months prior. Well, we got a little bit of an update on what's been going on. I was on jumble my words. I was on my phone just looking at Instagram, and I stumbled on a post, and it had a list of the items that they actually stole. For the life of me, I cannot find who posted it. It was like some random blogger or a new blogger, and for some reason I can't find it. There's only 3 things that I remembered on that list. One was a TV that they speculated when it first, when this first came out. The other 2 were lamps and a fireplace remote. For the life of me, I'm trying to figure out, why would you steal a fireplace remote? I don't know if she stole these things to be petty, or did she really just steal them because she wanted them? I'm not sure. But let's go into the article talking about this. Let me just cue it up. Okay, it's queued up. So let me go into my little side. Where is it? Here we go. And let's just read. So according to the Bravo Shade Room, Mia Thornton was sued for eviction months before she was arrested for allegedly stealing furniture out of the luxury high-rise rental. Remember, that was reported. A lawsuit filed by the company called Encore Management against Thornton and Jared McGriff, who is Inc. We saw him on last season of Potomac. That was her boyfriend then. She is no longer with this man anymore. She is with Miss Bobby Valentino. I don't even know how those two got together. She got a type, and he got a type, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, it says, they filed the lawsuit back in September 11th. The lawsuit said Thornton 41 and McGriff rented a property but failed to pay the rent of the 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 2,000 square foot condo in Atlanta. That is huge. That is a huge condo, but okay for, 5 people. Encore Management demanded the duo to be evicted and pay the past due rent of $5,100 for September plus $60.85 per month they remain. It does not say how long she has not been paying rent. It looks like it was only 1 month, but then they add on that fee of $6,000 per month that remains. So I'm assuming, this is what I'm getting now that I'm talking about it. So they didn't pay 1 month, which was in September, but they broke their lease for the rest of the year, which would be October, November, December. So they're asking for the remaining 3 months plus the $5,100 for the rent they didn't pay in September. I believe that's what that is. So it says Encore Sue also requests an additional $700 in fees It says U.S. obtained a second eviction lawsuit filed in March 2024 against Thornton in North Carolina. A landlord claims she failed to pay $34.19 in rent and demanded possession of a rented property. So this is a history of Mia. Mia likes to flex. Mia doesn't have the money to pay this rent. And then she breaks her lease and she runs and she doesn't pay the rent. How is this not on her credit? How is this not made known, especially during the housewives, that she don't be paying her rent? So it says on Wednesday, November 19th, Thornton was arrested. We all saw the footage at the Atlanta International Airport after officers responded to a call for a wanted person at the Customs and Border Protection Police related to an active warrant over alleged furniture theft. Per the police report, a rep for Encore filed a report claiming Thornton and a man named Jerry McGriff, aka Ink, rented out the unit. The landlord rep said the duo, without notifying anyone, suddenly moved out of the unit in the middle of the night. When flexing goes wrong, we all know Mia don't have the money. She's never had the money. I talked about this in a previous video, right? The only income that I foresee that she had was from the housewives. When she first entered onto the scene in the housewives, her, Gordon, and the 3 kids were living in a condo, right? She got a little bit of money. Then she moved them to this big old house that was like, I mean, I said $20,000. I don't think it was 20,000. I think it was like around the 16,000 mark, which still is expensive. Can you imagine paying $16,000 worth of rent on somebody else's house when you can take that money and put it towards your own house? But she didn't have that money. And when she came on the scene, she said that she was running the wellness business that Gordon and his family created, which was incorrect. She was not running it. She may have ran one office, but she was not running the whole thing. And y'all remember, her and Gordon got fired. So that was one income that she no longer had. And all she had was the housewives. But see, I said this before. They be flexing on these shows. They be trying to wear these designer stuff that they can't afford, backed up bills in debt, but they flexing for a TV show. I don't know about y'all. I'm not a luxury person. I don't give a damn. So whatever they be wearing, I don't know who, unless it has a label on it, I don't know where it comes from. So I don't know who they flexing. Are they flexing for the other women that are there? No offense, but the housewives of Potomac. The housewives of Potomac. Why am I saying it wrong all of a sudden? But the housewives of Potomac. Yeah, I said it right. They're not known for that. They're not known for luxury. They're known for mess. So if you decided to wear a Fashion Nova dress, we wouldn't have known. We wouldn't have known. We wouldn't have cared. Because that series, that franchise is not known for luxury. So you were flexing for what? I have zero sympathy for a woman like this. She is a known liar. She's a known flexer. And she has made fun of other people in their problems, i.e. Wendy. Remember, when Wendy initially got arrested, she went on, hold up, did she go in the Bravo Shade Room? Was she talking to the Bravo Shade Room? If it wasn't the Bravo Shade Room, it was somebody else. That she was on there and she was kiki, ha ha ha, laughing and joking about Wendy, talking about her kids. What about your kids? You've been arrested on felony charges. Yeah, it's not as grand as Wendy's, but you've been arrested too. What about your kids? I know your kids are embarrassed. What they gonna do? Because I think you're gonna serve jail time just like Wendy. What you gonna do? What about your kids? Did you think about those kids when you stole that furniture? And I don't know if you guys listened to the body cam footage when they were like exiting out like the jail area of the airport. Did y'all hear over the body cam footage? I don't know if me personally, I think she said call Gordon, but people are speculating she said call Inc. But she says it. She says call such and such. They have the key to the storage. So not only did you steal the furniture and you're paying for storage unnecessarily, you didn't even use the furniture for a new apartment. So what are you? You just like to steal things just to steal things as a high? You like to skip out on your rent because of a high? Like people like you're not even thinking about your children. Swallow your pride. You can't live this luxury life at the moment. You may have to go back to a 9 to 5 job, and that's okay. Yes, it could be a little bit embarrassing, but the only thing you should be worried about is how your children's lives are. Is there normalcy there? And I've noticed with her that her kids don't have normalcy. They be going back and forth. Her oldest was going back and forth to Atlanta, to the DMV area. Her kids was going back and forth from the DMV area to North Carolina, where Gordon was living. Just a whole bunch of back and forth for their ages. Nothing stable about them whatsoever. If she goes to jail, I don't know what's going to happen with those kids. Are they going to go to Gordon? Will Gordon keep up with his medication to make sure his mind is stable? I don't know. But those kids need stability, and it ain't with her because she flexing too much and she's not doing what she's supposed to do. I have no sympathy for her whatsoever. And I was thinking about it, like she has a history of, not paying her rent. How the hell did they get this apartment? Might have been through Inc. And by the way, Inc. has a very successful job in the radio business down in Atlanta. I don't know how much Inc. gets paid. It might not have been enough to pay for that apartment, his bills, and her bills. But they could have got something smaller. Again, nobody's looking at Inc. Nobody knew of Inc. really until Mia came on the scene, and nobody's really thinking about Mia whatsoever. Again, no sympathy, but more's gonna come out as it goes, court dates and all, and I'm gonna be here to report it. But let's move along to somebody else, another housewife. I'm not gonna bring it up. Let me just bring this up. I'm not going to bring any articles up. I'm just going to talk about it. So, Jenn Shah of the Housewives of Salt Lake City, she is being released on December 10th after serving 33 months in jail. I cannot believe it's been that long. Time, let me tell y'all, when y'all hit a certain age, time just flies. It just goes. It goes. It goes. It goes. It's been 33 months since this woman been in federal prison. If you don't know Jenn Shah, she was one of the original housewives of Salt Lake City. She was this petite Hawaiian woman who was just very aggressive, very dramatic, just like over the top on this show. I was so happy she was going, but when she was on this show, she was, of course, living a lap of luxury. Her husband was a coach at a college. And again, she had her own business. Well, come to find out, her business was nothing but a scam. Scamming old people out of their money. So apparently, whoever she was scamming and other businesses along with hers that was scamming, the people were complaining, the elderly people were complaining, the FBI got involved. And as they were doing the investigation, she was one of the companies that was scamming them. So she got arrested, she got charged, she got convicted, and she was in jail. And she served the 33 months, right? There's rumors that she's going to be back on a franchise. Salt Lake City's next season is about to film, which is crazy to me because we're still watching this current season. Well, I haven't seen it yet. I want to binge it, but it's still being aired. So it's crazy to say that it's going to be filming soon. Like, what's the break time between each season for these people? It's quite a bit because they're just filming. The show's been on for a little bit. It's probably been a couple of months. But yeah, they were saying that she's rumored to be on it. I don't believe that at all. I don't think Andy is a fan of her. And I heard that he said he doesn't want her back on the show. But we'll see. Because even though Salt Lake City don't eat it, they don't need the help. This show, y'all, if y'all have not seen Salt Lake City, I don't know what y'all doing. Y'all need to stop what y'all doing. Go on Peacock. And y'all need to binge watch Salt Lake City because they are that girl. They are the girls. They are the girls to beat. I'm sorry. Atlanta's boring. Potomac is all right. Beverly Hills, y'all need to step up your game. Miami, y'all good too. I love y'all. You need surgery on those bony knees. That's from Adriana to what's her name? To Marisol. But anyway, yeah, y'all need to watch Salt Lake City. It is that girl. But if she's on it, I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be mad at it. Even though I find her to be a little bit aggressive, I'm assuming those years in prison really helped her calm down a little bit. I hope, because she was just a lot. she was just a lot on the show. Y'all remember when she punched Heather in her eye? Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. But anyway, again, Andy said he don't want her back, but I don't know. He's not the top dog anymore when it comes to the housewives. So I don't know if people above him will just supersede him and say, no, we want her back. We want to hear the storyline. Let's have her on. We'll see. The rumors will start, going through when she's released. And then if we see any promos for the new season and she's on it, then she's on it. Right. But that's it. That's all my little side topics that I want to talk about. Let's get into the main topics. So I want to start off with, because I just want to get them out of the way. I'm tired. I'm tired of talking about them. Stefon Diggs and Cardi B. But we're going to start off with Stefon Diggs. So for the last couple of months, there has been speculation from a man stating that Stefon Diggs has drugged him and tried to SA him. The allegations been out there. You hear about them, but a lot of people haven't been paying attention to it, kind of pushing it to the wayside. Well, Stefon Diggs is tired of it, and he apparently has filed a lawsuit against this guy. So let's take a look at this article. Oh, I just wanted to check, make sure my mic was on. So let's get on here. Let me check my little level. Before I do anything, let me make sure everything is correct so you guys can hear what I need to hear. Let me see. Okay, good. All right, so let's go into, here we go. So let's bring it up. So here says Stefon Diggs files defamation lawsuit against Christopher Blake Griffin over claims that Stefon tried to drug and SA him. Says the allegations were made up for clout and damage his reputation. I got a few little words about this. But let's read what the Neighborhood Talk says via TMZ. So it says here, Stefon Diggs has reportedly filed a lawsuit against Christopher Blake Griffin for accusing him of drugging. I'm going to make sure I bleep that out. SAing him, because y'all know how YouTube is. So SAing him, Griffin even claimed that Stefon was trying to get him axed. But Stefon says it was all for clout. So according to TMZ Sports, the lawsuit was filed on October 1st. Stefon claims this wannabe influencer made up a storyline about a night back in May of 2023 in Diggs' home in Maryland. So you don't know each other, right? You don't know each other, but apparently you had this man in your home. Okay. He says the story is plain and simple. After a charity basketball game in D.C., he and a few influencers went to a club that headed back to his house. Diggs says he went to his room for the night and his assistant told Griffin it was time to go. I'm a little confused. You had a charity event. Y'all went to the club. Why did you bring the influencers back to your house? What were y'all doing? Because if you notice, it don't say that we were partying, we were smoking, we was watching a movie. What was y'all doing? What was y'all doing? What was y'all doing? See, Stefon Diggs gave me a little bit of this vibe.
How you doing?
Just a little. But just from his little passage right here, gives me a little bit of a...
How you doing?
What was y'all doing? What was y'all doing? Why bring... And I don't care if it was men and women, it's a mix of men and women. What was y'all doing? Why'd you bring them people back to your house just for you to go to sleep and tell them to get out? I don't know. Let's continue. Fast forward 2 years later, Griffin comes online with these allegations claiming Stefon drugged and SA'd him, then tried to have him axed to hide supposed gay or bisexual secrets. He even tagged the NFL, the Patriots, and Uggs while blasting all of this to his followers. Stefon clearly had enough and hit him with a libel. Read it a little bit better, Pam. A libel lawsuit claiming that Griffin is lying on purpose for attention and seriously damage his name in the process. Griffith's attorney, Jake Leibowitz, is already clapping back, saying Griffith is ready to prove in court that he's actually the victim, and this is no fairy tale from Diggs. High-priced New York lawyer Stefon is now asking for damages and attorney fees. What are your thoughts? Here's my thoughts. Stefon Diggs is a very high sexualized man. His teammates know it. Probably the celebrity world, the sports world knows it. Do I believe that he could be possibly bisexual? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm still puzzled as to why you brought those influences to your house. Was it for a nice little quick recap? Again, I don't care if it was a mix of women and men. It doesn't, whatever. It doesn't matter. Men can get with men can get with women can get with women, whatever. A nice little orgy for fun. I believe that's what the nightcap was for. Do I believe that he drugged and essayed that man? No, I don't believe it. I believe, now again, I don't know if this man has not announced that he's a,
How you doing?
but he probably is. He probably is. And what he did was, he probably don't got no money. He's an influencer, but I've never seen him before. What is he influencing? What does he do? Does he do music? Does he do fashion? Is he a sports influencer? He talks about sports. What does he do? I believe he had these people back for a nice little sexual nightcap. This guy tried to exploit Stefon for whatever he wanted to exploit him for. Stefon told him to F off, and then he comes out with these allegations. And Stefon's like, you know what? You ain't got no proof. You ain't got no nothing. The joke's on you. I'm going to sue you. And that's what he did. But guess what Blake did? Blake is countersuing him. So let's take a look at that. Let me go back. Where is it? Hold on, y'all. Let me bring myself back up so y'all don't see all these little flip-floppers. And let me look for it. So, where is it? Let me go back. Here you go. Hold on, let me right-click because it fits what I'm doing. Okay. All right, so let me go back. All right. So it says here, Christopher Blake Griffin fires back at Stefon Diggs in a new countersuit after the NFL filed a defamation lawsuit. Following sexual misconduct allegation, claims Diggs showed him his cucumber and masturbated in front of him. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Let's go to another clip. Let's see if there's anything on the other side. No, that's what I just reported. Oh my God. And then here, this is what the neighborhood talker says. This is a mess. It says, neighbors, there's something juicy brewing in the air tonight. Y'all remember when we reported that Stefon Diggs filed the lawsuit? Well, looks like Griffin has filed a countersuit. Christopher, you better have proof. You better have proof and stop wasting people's time. According to TMZ Sports, the influencer is denying every claim made in Diggs' original defamation lawsuit filed in October. Instead, Griffin says Stefon is lying.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
And the one who crossed the line during the incident at Diggs' Maryland home, May 22nd of 2023, obviously Diggs was the one who crossed the line. Griffith says the two spent the night club hopping in Washington, D.C., and at one point, Diggs kept offering him a candy. Griffith claims he eventually ate it and soon started feeling disoriented, believing it may have contained a drug or an unknown substance. From there, the countersuit details a disturbing sequence of events. Griffith alleges that once they arrived at Diggs' home, the NFL star exposed himself and began in the car. He claims he told Diggs to stop, got out of the vehicle, and walked towards the house. Griffith says Diggs followed him, tried to kiss him, then licked inside his ear while whispering. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, that nightcap was about sex. I need these people to stop lying. These stories don't make any kind of sense. Griffith, if you was just there to chill, soon as he exposed himself in the car, why did you get out first and walk to the house? Why? Because you was looking for some D. That's what y'all was doing. Like, cut it out. Like, let's cut it out with these lies. Y'all is mother effing.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
That don't make no sense. Y'all was club hopping and y'all went to his house for a nightcap. Oh, it's all right, Stefon. We know you're.
How you doing?
It's all right. Sexuality is a spectrum. It's okay. It's all right. Anyway, so Griffith says Diggs followed him, tried to kiss him, and then licked inside his ear while whispering for him to come into his bedroom. I just cannot. I cannot. Griffith claims he did. Hold on. want to laugh so bad, y'all. Griffith claims he hid in the bathroom for 45 minutes until he felt safe enough to come out with the night only, but the night only escalated from there. Y'all are men. You are man. You are a man. You have testosterone. You are strong. If you felt unsafe, you should have never went in that house. You remember, you said you're the one that left the car first and walked towards the house. If you felt uncomfortable, you should have never even left out from the outside. You never went inside. Excuse me. You should have just stayed outside of the car, called an Uber, and went home. Cut the crap. You was not afraid. Stop it. So he alleges that Digg's 2 women in the home, what I told y'all, don't even matter, men or women, and Digg's younger brother, Jerez Diggs, confronted him, threatened him, accused him of stealing, then stripped him and physically assaulted him. Okay. A week later, Griffith says he was ambushed outside his Los Angeles apartment. The countersuit claims the attack was caught on video and that Jerez was one of the people involved. It's a little different now, but I still believe what I said. I don't care what nobody say. His brother probably into it too, okay? Or he was just there to have sex with the women. On top of the physical incident, Griffith also accused Stefon of running a burner Instagram account used to spread false and defamatory statements about him online. Griffith is now seeking compensatory and punitive damages, though the exact amount hasn't even been disclosed. Let me bring this back up. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, that's what it was. They went to the charity event. Okay, they went to the charity event. They went club hopping after. Diggs and his brother and whoever else was picking up a couple of people, men and women, and they decided to do a nightcap. That's what it was. Again, that doesn't make any sense that you're in the car with someone. They pull out their member. They stroking it. You tell them to stop and you get out and you walk to the house. You probably told him to stop. Wait till we get to the house. That's probably what it was. That's what you was doing. Cut the crap. Cut the crap. You was there for a nightcap. And again, I think you two did have a nightcap. And all the other people had their own little nightcaps. You tried to exploit Diggs. But Diggs is not going to say anything because then it exposed him what he was probably doing in the house. You probably tried to exploit him. He told you to F off. And then you came back 2 years later with this crap. Cardi, girl, do you know who you messing with? Unless he's told you the truth and you're okay with it, then that's fine. But Cardi, you know how to pick him, baby. You know how to pick him. What is going on? This is messy. It's a good messy, though. But it's messy. Cardi, I need you to just maybe want to be by yourself for a little bit. And now that we segue into Miss Cardi B, let's talk about Miss Cardi B. So earlier this week, I believe she went on her Clubhouse. Cardi B likes to go on her Clubhouse and really rant and vent and stuff, which is crazy to me because there's always somebody on there recording her. They were recording her. So she went on there and she wanted to express her concerns. She feels like someone, she doesn't say who it is, but we all know who it is. She's expressing her concern about a person being obsessed with her. I would say stalking her a little bit. And she's afraid of her life. And I think, and a lot of people think it's her husband, not ex-husband, but her husband, Offset. Listen, we all know they're going through a divorce. She's been trying for a while for it to be finalized, and he's giving her a hard time, right? It was just reported that he is seeking half of her net worth. He says that I'm the one that got her out there and I deserve half. You don't deserve nothing, then what is she going to give you? And she's being generous on that. This is a man who is jealous and envy. There's a lot of men out here who they start off here with their women, but then it slowly goes like this. Or the woman is already up here and they're down here, but they're not masculinity, but what's the word I'm looking for? They're I guess you want to call it their masculinity. Their masculinity of them being a man. A man is supposed to be on top. A man is supposed to be it, but they're not. The woman is. They feel some sort of way about that. They feel emasculated. And that's what I think is happening here. When we first saw Offset and Cardi B, Offset was the top person, not Cardi B. But that slowly changed. right? We weren't hearing too much about Migos. Migos was having their own little issues internally. You know what I mean? And it quickly became Cardi B and then Offset, not Offset and Cardi B. And I think he felt some sort of way about that. And I think that was really his motive of cheating on her. His way of being the top person, him being not feeling emasculated. Not saying that that's what she was doing, but because she was more popular than him, globally, everyone, just not in the black and brown, communities, urban communities, I should say, but everyone, I think he was feeling some sort of way about that. And I think that's why he was cheating on her and doing whatever else he was doing. And now that she filed for divorce, I think he's doing little things to taunt her. And Cardi B, obviously, when someone digs at her, she reacts very quickly. She doesn't just like kind of shrug it off. We've seen it throughout her history. As being a celebrity, she always reacts and she goes online and she reacts. And I think that's what he's doing. Before I let you guys listen to some of the clips, he also had posted on his Instagram story, I think he said something about the kid is mine or something like that, taunting her because remember, she just had a son with Stefon Diggs, but she's still married to Offset. In a lot of state laws, if you have an outside baby and you're married, your husband, your mate, is the person that's responsible for the kid. And he's been hearing this online. A lot of people have been saying that. Even myself has been saying that. So he took that and he was taunting her. He said that wasn't him that posted it. He's a liar. He's the one that did it. But this is another form of taunting that he's been doing. So let's take a look at what she had to say. I believe it was Clubhouse because that's where she likes to go. Hold on.
That you have to.
Let me refresh it.
Anymore. Sometimes I sleep and I.
Hold on, y'all. Let me pause. Let me turn the volume on and let me switch. Hold on. Is that the best one? No, it's this one. All right. So let's listen to what she had to say.
Anymore. I can't take it anymore. Sometimes I sleep and I wonder, like, yo, this is not normal. You see crime documentaries, you see shit on on social media about women getting killed the other day. Like, I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. Sometimes I sleep and on the truth, like, it's like I'm a real tough bitch. Like, I'm a tough bitch. But you can never. There's a difference between being tough and there's a difference between somebody having an unhealthy obsession with you that you have to. And on the truth, like, it's like I'm a real tough bitch. Like, I'm a tough bitch. But you can never. There's a difference between being tough and there's a difference between somebody having an unhealthy obsession with you that you have to. And on the truth, like, it's like I'm a real tough bitch. Like, I'm a tough. You have to
peace a lot.
you gotta be concerned. And I'm really starting to be concerned. And I'm so tired because I want to detach myself from shit. And it's like it's just you have to you gotta be concerned. And I'm really starting to be concerned. And I'm so tired because it just doesn't stop. And it's like, when does it fucking stop? I try to be nice. I try to contact family. I try to whatever, and it's not working. And I'm so tired. I'm really getting fucking so tired. It just doesn't stop. And it's like, so tired. I don't want to do things that's gonna overshadow what I got going on. It's literally so tired. I don't want to do things that's gonna overshadow what I got.
So that's what she had to say. It wasn't much, you know what I mean? But she's had it. And at this point, I mean, how old is her newborn? 2 weeks old. She's dealing with that. She's trying to get fit for this tour that's coming up in February. You know, she still technically has to promote her album. As far as I know, I have not heard another single outside of "Whoa, it's me all up, it's me all up, it's me." There's nothing. She doesn't really. She's like pushing it. I think there's a lot going on with her at the moment. You know, she just had a baby. Hormones are out of whack. Her body's trying to readjust to it being just her and not a baby within her. She's pushing herself as far as working out. You know what I mean? This controversy that's going on with Stefon Digg, even though she doesn't talk about it, it's probably on her mind. The holidays coming. She has 3 kids. She's trying to finalize this divorce. This man is taunting her. There's a lot going on, and her mentee is going to break. I'm going to be very honest with her. I think she needs to deplug. I need her to get off social media. She has enough money. She has enough celebrity. She needs to find a way how to stop his taunting, because it's him. There's nobody else doing it. It's him. He's mad that she's moved on and she's doing way better. And he wants her to feel it because he's an immature little brat. I say this all the time. Women, please vet the men you mess with. Give it a little bit of time to see who these people really are, so you can avoid situations like this. I'm not saying this is an everyday situation. It's not. These people are rich. But just something similar. Please vex who you with. Don't rush it. Everything doesn't need to be rushed. Take your time, because you want to avoid things like this. I feel really bad for her. I really do. But she might have to get the law involved. I know she said she spoke to family. She's probably talking about his family. They're not doing nothing. What could they do? He's a grown man. He's in his 30s. What could they do to a grown man? She needs to gather proof, and she needs to maybe involve the police. And she needs to get off of social media. Like, get off social media, just really, it's the holidays. Invest in your family. You got a new baby. You got your 3 kids. Hey, Blossom. Hey, the other 2. How it was with Culture and Wave, but I really like Blossom. But anyway, it's the holidays. Go enjoy that. Take some time off. If you need to work out, very minimal cardio, I guess. And just work on your life and what you got going on. And I really do hope it changes. And I really hope that he gets what he fully deserves. Because he's not a good person at all. At all. But let's move on to the next article. Let me see what it is, because I forgot, y'all. I got it in the line. I think let me see what it is. Yeah. So, Fugees member Pras has been sentenced to 14 years in prison. Y'all, this story is wild. It's crazy. It's wild. Let me show y'all what's it about. Before I do that, let me just break it down for you really quickly. So he's going to be serving 14 years in prison for helping funnel millions into the U.S. election, i.e. the Obama's second term election fund. So that's what he was doing. So let me show y'all, before I get into, I'm going to show y'all what the Jasmine brand talks about, but I'm going to go into the article. So that's what I really want to show y'all and really read. So let me bring that up. Let me see, which one is it? Dang, girl. All right. I spent all night trying to carve, lines and stuff, just to get it right. But let me make sure y'all can see what I'm reading. All right, good. So it says, Fugees rapper Pras Michael legal's downfall reached its most serious point yet on Thursday when he was sentenced to 14 years in federal prison for his role in sweeping international conspiracy schemes. So y'all, he's considered a traitor to the U.S. Just want to let y'all know that. I'm not saying his first name. Pras Michael received the sentence in Washington following his conviction on 10 criminal counts tied to foreign lobbying, witness tampering, and failing to register as an agent of China. Agent of China? I thought it had to do with the Malaysian businessman in finance. The court had already ordered him to pay $64 million in forfeiture to the United States government. Now, y'all know damn well he ain't got no $64 million. Do he even have $1 million? This is a scheme that he bought up. He ain't got no money. $64 million? Where y'all think I was going to get that? From a Fugees concert? Lauryn Hill can't even be on time if that was even going to happen. $64 million? Come on now. Judge Colleen Kohler Cotelli criticized Pras directly, telling him he was well-educated but very arrogant. I feel you have no remorse. Pras must surrender on January 27 of 2026 to begin serving his sentence. Oof. This is crazy. Let me come back up because I want to read the article to y'all. Hold on. Let me bring the article up. Let me refresh this. Oh my God. Get this man off my screen. I'm talking about Trump. All right. Okay, here we go. Let me just bring it to the right one. Y'all gonna see ads, but here you go. All right, let's read it. So it says a federal court has sentenced Fugees rapper 14 years over the multi-million-dollar political scheme involving President Barack Obama's re-election campaign. That's for his second term. Says U.S. District Judge Colleen Kohler Cotelli sentenced Pras Michael, I'm assuming that's Michael, better known as Pras, to 14 years in prison following by 3 years of probation. And he was probation outside, so obviously that's probation. Duh. According to the Billboard and New York Times, he was also ordered last month to forfeit $64 million apparently linked to the scheme. Do they have his financial records that he actually has this kind of money? I'm shocked if he does. Michael, who is 53, co-founded the multi-platinum group, Grammy-winning hip-hop group, obviously the Fugees, with, Lauryn Hill and Wyclef Jean, was found guilty of 10 counts of conspiracy acting as an unregistered agent of a foreign government in April of 2023. Now, they said China, but he was dealing with a guy from Malaysia. But a lot of Chinese people live in Malaysia, i.e., this is off topic, but the founder of TikTok, he is Malaysian, but he's Chinese descent. Just want to put it out there, just to give you kind of a visual. Right? He said he was facing up to 20 years in federal prison for 2 long-standing criminal schemes, one funneling tens of millions from foreign financier Lau Tek Jiao, who's a Malaysian guy, to Obama's 2012 re-election campaign, and another attempting to lobby the U.S. Department of Justice to drop its investigation into Lau and send a high-profile Chinese dissident back to China under the Trump administration. Baby, when you go from hip hop to politics, oh Lord. I mean, what is going on? It says here, hold on, let me see. Michael was convicted at the end of a trial that included testimony from high-profile names, including Leonardo DiCaprio and former U.S. Attorney General Jeff Sessions. Leonardo DiCaprio, baby, I know you did not testify on his behalf. What are you doing? What are you doing? This is something serious. And I'm surprised he only got 14 years. He was funneling millions of dollars and now is considered a traitor to the United States. And you testified on his behalf? Child. Anyway, it says Lowe, who forfeited $100 million in assets to the Justice Department to settle 2 civil cases, is currently an international fugitive and continues to face criminal charges in the U.S. and his home country. So again, he's from Malaysia. He's Chinese descent, but he's Malaysian, and he's on the run. He's probably living it up in Bali with Simmons. What's his name? With Russell Simmons, because he been running from the U.S. over them sexual the SA allegations for young girls. So he's probably right next door to him, living it up in Bali. The Malaysian businessman also helped finance Hollywood films, including Leonardo DiCaprio's The Wolf of Wall Street. Y'all, this is a lot. This is a lot going on. I don't understand how you go from hip hop to the politics to funneling money through Obama's second term for what? I really want to know his finances. I want to know how much is in his bank account or was in his bank account. You know that shit was seized. You know that shit was on hold. You know he ain't got no access to it. All for what? What was he getting out of this? This is nuts. And I read another article, because he was considered a traitor of the United States, that he was supposed to get life in prison. but the judge was being nice. Even though she feels like he has no remorse of the things that he's done, she still went real easy on him and gave him 14 years, when technically, for the charges that he was charged with, he's supposed to get life in prison. This is wild. And the fact that this financial man who was doing this with Pras was also financing movies. Yo, Hollywood, that whole celebrity world, yo, there is just like so much underground, behind the scenes, sneaky, evil things that's been going on. This is crazy. I feel absolutely no remorse for this man. Serve your 14 years. You are lucky. You are lucky to get them 14 years on what the things that you've been doing. And then you were threatening people. You got a high profile Chinese who is this? I guess they call it dissident. You got him to to deport back to China. Yo, crazy. And from this picture y'all seeing, he ain't got no remorse. Look at his face. He like, yeah, whatever. Oh well. Too damn bad. What y'all thoughts on that? Oh, I had to bring that up because that is crazy. That's some there's like particular, what's this type of show? Espionage. I love me an espionage TV show. Oh man, if you guys like espionage, me and my mom, we are watching 0 Day. If y'all get a chance, watch 0 Day. That's really good. The Jack Ryan show on Prime was really, really good. Y'all should watch that as well. What's some other espionage? The one, well, I don't know why I did this. The one with Zoe Saldana, Lioness. That's another espionage show. Watch that as well. Really, really good. Really good. But let's move on. What else we got to talk about? Let's talk about. Before I get into the Kandi Burress and Todd divorce, I wanted to get into this Porsha thing. Cause the whole hold on, before I do that, the whole Kandi and Todd thing happened last night. And Porsha, the situation with Porsha happened like around Monday, Tuesday. So let's talk about that first, right? So let me bring this out. Am I back? Okay. Am I good? Okay. So Porsha, on her way home from BravoCon, she was detained. I wouldn't say she was detained, but it really was detained by the FBI at the airport for questioning because she had an incident on a plane. So apparently when Porsha was on the plane, she had her phone and she must have been looking at some stuff online and she didn't have any headphones. So the person who was sitting next to her on the flight aggressively told her, pretty much, you ain't got no headphones for that. Like, pretty much nobody wants to listen to what you're listening to. They got into a heated conversation, okay? And that's, I guess it was reported to the police at the airport, and then they were detained. So they asked her for her story. So she explained that, but she explained that this woman was very aggressive towards her. All she had to do was calmly ask her to turn it off. But she didn't. She was just very aggressive. Now, they questioned the woman as well. The woman was white, so we all know what went down with that. She was being a Karen and claiming that because Porsha's a black woman, that she was in fear of her life and Porsha was the aggressive one. But from other people, because you'll see in the video that I'm going to show you, the other people were saying as well that the white woman, I don't know her name, but she was the aggressive one in the situation. So let's take a look at the videos. Before I do that, let me pull it up. Let me pause. Oh, no, it's on there. Now let me bring it up to the right one. Is it this one? It's this one. All right. So let's go to the videos. I'm going to pause it. And I believe this is from TMZ. Okay, so here we go.
I love you. I like you.
She ain't worried about nothing. She like, whatever. But that's the initial video that came out, her being detained, right? Now, where is, hold on, y'all, let me bring this back up. I had so much clue. It took me like 2 hours to queue all of this stuff up. Let's scroll up. Okay, so here this is. I'm looking for Porsha's end before I show you guys the woman's end, but let me just go here. This might not be it, but let me just show y'all.
She didn't do anything wrong.
So this is the witnesses saying that Porsha didn't do anything.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. Wow.
Here's my ID.
I see the Karen at the below, right? I'm just going to show you. It's going to be out of sequence, but I'm going to show y'all.
Whenever she started saying, I was like,
I'm like, no.
thank you.
What happened?
My name is. I never saw her activate in any situation to create a situation on board.
Yeah, no.
Nothing. So you didn't see anything physical?
Nothing. No. It was only a couple rows back from the first class. I could see it. Nothing happened.
What's your phone number?
See her.
I can write my info down if you want.
Okay.
She didn't.
No, they must be blocking it out because she told my high dress.
I think this was a really embarrassing incident for someone else.
You can't raise that much ruckus and you want to sleep off the fight.
No, you don't do that.
You're sober now or whatever. That's not fair.
Just so you saw what happened?
Yeah, so basically, the dude in front of me had a seat reclined before the takeoff and everything like that. I was...
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Sir, let him finish.
Basically, there was no physical altercation. There was verbal, like, commentary kind of thing that was at a normal level, and then out of nowhere, it escalated in the sense of the lady to the right of her got really animated and, like, started screaming. About the only physical thing she did was point at her. And it, for some reason, that just escalated the woman to this point where she...
You know what? I'm glad I'm showing their side first. Before I show the Karen side.
Talk to me like that.
This is them having to restrain her.
Yeah.
Literally holding
Child,
her.
they got pictures of them restraining the lady.
You off the plane because this was going on.
Both of them are restraining her.
Okay. Thank you for you guys'
Yeah, all
information.
she
I'm going
did
to talk
was
to
ask her not to be spoken to like that.
Yeah, she just
Thank you. I appreciate you
Yeah, I
guys.
have the phone number there. Yeah.
Well played, Porsha. Because we all know you can get down, but well played.
Yeah, mine too. She just wanted respect. Thank you.
So you were saying you were using your phone. It was loud.
Yes.
And she complained about the louder.
Yes, she asked me. Thank you so much.
She was saying, don't...
Okay, so that was their perspective. I'm looking for Porsha's. You know, some people be having things all jumbled up and you don't know what happened to it. Where is Porsha's? All right, I found it, y'all. So hold on, let me bring it up.
And she told me, am I going to have to listen to that? And I said, well, do you want to? And she said, no. I said, okay. And then I said, well, you know, there was a nicer way you could have said that, you know? And then she says, what? She's like, you don't talk to me. And I was like, are you okay? From that point on, she said, who do you think you are? And so I said, oh, no. I said,
That woman knew exactly who Porsha was.
Get her out of here. Please get her away from me. And so then when she, she tried to take her phone and record, then she drops her phone on the floor. She's like, you hit me. Oh my God. You hit me. You just hit me in my face. Oh my God. I'm pressing charges. I want you to be in jail. Blah, blah. And I'm like, what's happening? So the stewardess
Also,
comes
her
up.
phone dropped on the floor. You didn't slap the phone from her hands?
No.
Okay.
So then the steward comes over, and then the steward says to her,
Look how he assumed she smacked the phone out of her hand. Already believing in a white woman.
to me, because I say, you know, get your ugly out of here, because then I'm upset. Then the stewardess says to me, you know, you're an adult. You're an adult. You can't be cursing like that. No, and I said, Instagram was on, and she told me, why are you chastising me? Like, this woman is the one going crazy. So then they
Typical.
ended up making her move to the next chair with the guy. But she was irate, so they were trying to hold her because she didn't want to move. It's like she wanted to move but didn't want to move. So as you can see, they had to. Why are you chastising me? Like, this woman is the one.
So this is what Porsha had to say and in her witnesses. Let me tell y'all something. Porsha, I'm so glad you played this the way you did. I don't know what it is with, and I'm being very frank here, I don't know what it is with white women who think that they can be aggressive situation, fake the funk by saying that someone assaulted them when clearly nobody assaulted them, and then you do it in front of everybody else and think that you're going to get away with it. When is it time that these people are going to be accountable for the false accusations that they present towards Black people and other people of color? I'm like, I've had it up to here, seeing constant Karen situations. It was disgusting. It was disgusting. It's disgusting. Granted, they both wrong, right? Because Porsha, you're in an environment with other people. If you wanted to play something on your phone, you should have just put your headphones on. But this woman took it too far. She saw this Black woman sitting in first class next to her, probably knew who she was, by the way, and was pissed. And what broke it was when Porsha put on that phone and the music was on, or whatever she was watching was on. And that's when that lady went off. I'm so sick of these entitled white women and men thinking they can do what they can do and say whatever they want with no repercussions. I've had it up to here. It is absolutely disgusting. And this woman is complaining that she's in fear of her life. That's another thing too. How you be aggressive? You're the aggressor, but you in fear of your life. That's like a cop saying, "Oh, I'm afraid of my life," but you the one with the gun. I'm tired of this narrative. It's just disgusting. Let's see what this woman had to say. I'm just like, oh my God, I'm so over these people. This is what this woman had to say. Let me come back. Ugh, just disgusts me.
Before I say anything, I want to know, is my information going to be given to the woman who assaulted me?
No, ma'am.
You guys still lying. Still lying. And Porsha has witnesses that said she didn't assault her. Just completely lying. Why were you lying when it's people around you? She probably assumed because they're white, they was going to say nothing. All right, girl.
Afraid for my life.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
It's not.
I was sitting in my seat. She was the last passenger to come on board. So when she came on board, she said, "I'm in that seat." I said, "No problem." I jumped up, got far away from her so she had plenty of room. She had to put stuff in the upstairs thing.
She's such a racist. And it's clear in what she said. I moved far away from her so she can come through. What did you need to do? All you need to do was get up so she can move by so she can get to her seat.
Plenty of time. Sit back down. We never spoke other than that. And after about 25 minutes of her on Instagram, full blast, every time she would flip, because apparently it was from a loud place, I jumped because it was so loud.
I jumped.
So I waited 25 minutes, give her time, let her do whatever she needed to do. And then I said, "Am I going to have to listen to that the whole time?" And she said, "Do you like it?" And I said, "No." And she said, "Well, I don't like the way you asked me."
Porsha already knew once she got there and she asked, can she get by? And she saw what her reaction was. Remember, because she said she moved way out of the way so she can get by. She already knew she was a Karen. So she came back. She probably did that on purpose, too. Just listening to her, she probably played the Instagram on purpose. Just to get under her
Before
skin.
I say anything, I want to know, is my information going to be given to the woman
Oh,
who
shut
assaulted
up.
me?
No, ma'am.
Because I said, "Well, I don't like the way you asked me." I said, "Don't put this on me." And the next thing I know, there was a fingernail so close to my eye that I thought I was going to be physically
Oh my God,
attacked.
poor white woman. Oh my God, the poor white woman. She's her life. Oh, please. Please.
She had her, I don't want to do it to you,
Finger
sir.
no
She had her
breaking
hands in
my
my face, screaming, calling me
Yeah,
crazy.
you are.
On and on and on. So now, the flight attendants can't come help me because they're wrapped in for this takeoff. My phone is sitting against my leg on my lap. So I take it to video to try and protect myself. And as soon as I go like this, she takes her hand and goes like that and throws my phone.
This woman is a joke. This woman is a joke. She thought about this whole entire lie while they was on a plane. This is ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. Look at her. Poor white woman. Always the victim.
And everybody sees the phone go down the end of the whole airplane. And the flight attendant told me he saw her knock it out
Such
of
a
my hand.
liar.
And that's assault. And I'm 70 years old.
So she actually knocked the phone off your head?
You're damn right she did.
How old did she say she was? She was 70. That means she was born in the 50s. Enough said.
I didn't drop it.
All right.
I said, well, I don't like the way you asked me.
And she lives in the South. Enough said who this woman is.
All right.
Here's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid she's going to have me killed.
So, can you do me a favor? Can you write me a statement of what happened?
I certainly can. I have it written down in my...
This woman is going to kill you over a phone situation, a phone dispute. She doesn't, Porsha doesn't even know who you are. She doesn't know your name. She doesn't know where you live. Nothing. But she's going to X you. She's gonna take your life. Right. Because, white people are the angels of the world. They're the innocent of the world when their history shows they're always the aggressor. They're the colonizers. But black people are the ghetto, trash, uneducated people who are savages, who are aggressors. When in history, that's the white people. Give me a break. And I'm tired of other black people outside. I'm talking about POCs also excusing this bullshit. I'm not talking about white people because white people gonna stick together. We need to come together. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this type of narrative. Every time I open up my phone, every time I look at on YouTube, it'll randomly come up. Even though that's not my algorithm. My algorithm is homesteads. But sometimes once, it'll pop up as a recommendation. I'm sick of looking at this narrative. When is this narrative going to change? Because it's always they're the victims when they're the aggressor, the black person or the non-black POC person is the aggressor and they're always the innocent one. It's just disgusting. She is literally sitting there making up the lie. Little do she know that there are witnesses saying that she's the aggressor. Is she going to get charges on her for acting the way she was acting on airplane? Is she going to be put on the no-fly list? No. Because they excuse it. Disgusting. Well, let's see what else she has to say. Because it's a joke. Look at her. 70 years old acting like that. Child. She should be ashamed of herself, acting like that. Ashamed of herself. Let me see. There's something else going on. Hold on. Let me bring myself back up. I don't want y'all to be seeing my little switches. What is this? Did y'all see this title? The woman involved in the flight incident where Porsha Williams says the incident happened as a flight was taken off. That's why the flight attendant couldn't save me from her beating. What beating? Y'all are having an argument, a verbal altercation about a phone. Why does this woman need to beat on you? You're mad that this black woman was sitting in first class next to you. How dare this Negro have money and sit in first class? They belong in the back. That's where they belong. They're beneath us. They're garbage. That's what she was thinking. Remember, She's a 70-year-old woman from Georgia. That should sum it up. Entitled. This is all it is. Now, Porsha is not going. There was an update, I believe. If it wasn't yesterday, it was the day before yesterday, which was Thursday. She's not going to be charged for this incident at all. I don't think the woman is either. They're just chumming this up as a dispute. I don't see it, but I know for a fact that Porsha won't be charged. It's just disgusting. And for us to experience that, why do we always have to be on top of everything? Why do we always have to be here or up here to harm them, or so they won't get aggravated, or so we won't look like the aggressor, or so we won't look like the criminal? Why do we always have to do that when they bother us? When they're envious of us, jealous of us? Why? I'm just like, y'all, I've had it. I'm gonna be straight up with y'all. If we as Black people can get an island all to ourselves, I'm going. If we can get a state, if they can designate a state for all Black people to live in, I'm on the first flight. Or I'm driving. Because I've never experienced anything like this. I've been called the N-word before in Boston, but that's about it. I've never really experienced things like this, and I don't think I could ever, because I'm not the type of person to be calm. I'm going in, I'm going for your throat. I'm not going to physically touch you, but I'm going to verbally assault you. And I'm going to make you feel this small. I commend any Black person who stays calm in these situations because I know I can't. I refuse to. I'm just not doing it. Let's move on. All right, so let's talk about, let me bring it back up. Let's talk about Miss Kandi. All right, so news last night was, I should say news. It was reported last night that Miss Kandi Burress and her husband, Todd, what's Todd's last name? Tucker, right? Todd Tucker? Todd Tucker are divorcing after 11 years of marriage. Is it just me, or I thought they were together much longer than 11 years, or I should say married longer than 11 years, but that's what it is. But Kandi did an exclusive with People to announce that they're splitting. So let's read that article. All right, let's read this. Bring it back up. So it says Kandi Burress and Todd Tucker are going their separate ways after 11 years of marriage. After deep thought and a lot of prayer, I've made the decision to move forward with a divorce. This is a difficult and emotional time, but my focus remains on protecting my peace, being the best mother I can be, and co-parenting with love and respect. I'm stepping into a new chapter, pouring into my work, my family, and my own growth. I'm grateful to everyone who supported us throughout the years, and I ask for privacy. I like to say privacy, like the Brits. And I ask for privacy, grace, and understanding as we navigate this transition in our family. Burress, who is 49, she'll be 50, I think, in May. And her producer husband, Tucker, 52, met while filming the 4th season of Housewives of Atlanta. Now, remember, there was rumors swirling that they got together after their trip in Africa. So in season 4, the ladies have went, I forgot where in Africa, but they went to Africa, right? Was it Africa? Somewhere in Africa? I forgot what country. I feel like it was South Africa, but I don't think it was South Africa. But they went on an African trip. He was one of the people behind the scenes, and that's how they met, and that's how they got together, right? So, it says in 2011 and announced their engagement in January of 2013. They tied the knot the following year in April. Since then, the pair have welcomed 2 children, Ace and Blaze. Both also have children from previous relationship. Kandi has Riley, and Todd has his daughter Kayla, who is 29, and Riley is 23. It says in October 22, Burress told People the secret to their happy marriage was just a great communication and having fun together. We have a real understanding of each other, she added. The pair have also teamed up professionally on a variety of projects, a soul food restaurant, which was the Old Lady Gang, and then Blaze. And then they have a trucking company. They had the Bravo series. And then up until, I think it was like a couple of years ago is when they started to do Broadway plays. But then it says on November 14th, which was last weekend, I believe, Burress was awarded the Lifetime Achievement Award of, excuse me, let me read that again. On November 14th, Burress was awarded the Lifetime Achievement Award at the Bravos during BravoCon 2025 in Las Vegas and thanked Tucker in her acceptance speech. To Todd, thank you for surviving the blogs, the shade, the rumors, the lies, the truth, the almost fights, the actual fights, the reunions. You've earned this award too. Then it says the singer-songwriter who made her Broadway debut in Chicago in 2018 will make her Broadway return December 11th, starring in Juliet, which will run through March 8th, and has since built an impressive resume as a theater producer. Remember, she's had about 2 or 3 Broadway shows. The most recent one was Macbeth. Was it Macbeth or Hamilton? No, it wasn't Hamilton. It was Macbeth, and it starred Jake Gyllenhaal and Denzel Washington. That was a huge success for those two. It says she earned a Tony Award nomination for the piano lesson and produced, that's the other one, produced acclaimed revivals, including The Wiz, The Piano Lesson, Thoughts of Colored Men. Oh, no, Othello. Excuse me. I'm sorry. In the last season of Othello. Again, with Denzel Washington and Jake Gyllenhaal. Burress previously shared with People that the former couple's career ambitions were quite aligned. We have entwined our wants and desires. We have all these dreams, and sometimes I'll be all out of the box, but he'll still be like, okay, babe, let's do it. In honor of their 8th wedding anniversary in 2022, the reality star shared a video montage featuring photos of her and Tucker together set to her song Forever Love, featuring Q Parker from 112. The images were captured throughout the years and included the couple smiling with their marriage license, as well as together at the NASDAQ. No, they didn't. Let me scroll back down. The NASDAQ event and on the red carpet. We've got that forever hold on. Here we go, right here, but I ain't showing it. We've got that forever kind of love. Happy anniversary, my love. And then she at Todd. She captioned the clip, you were the perfect man for me. I'm a better me with you. 8 years down and a lifetime to go. Just from this, because I was trying to think, hold on, y'all. See something on my mouth. Just from this article, now I'm convinced what might have happened, or my thoughts on what had happened. At first, I thought it might have been a modge podge of things. Now, we all know, when they first got together, like in a situation with Cardi B and Offset, Kandi was the more successful person. Todd was not. Todd was a producer on The Housewives, but really he wasn't doing anything else. And when they got together, there was this whole issue of him using her. Y'all remember Miss, what's her name? The mother, Mama Joyce, not feeling him because she thought he was using her. I'm about to lose my train of thought. But, yeah. So I lost my train of thought, y'all. Please forgive me. This is a hot ass mess. But, yeah, that's, when they got together, she was the better one. He was not. But as they, they stayed together, things started to kind of like equal out a little bit. She still had way more money than him. But as far as his experiences, his resume, it started to kind of equal out. And he was just as successful as she is. Not as much money as her. She has a lot of money, and I don't think he does. But as far as the success goes. So my initial thought was it was a hodgepodge of things, right? Possibly all the failed endeavors that they've had. Remember the restaurants, Blaze, Old Lady Gang. What else was a failure? There was some other stuff that was a failure prior to the restaurants, right? The only thing that's been successful is the trucking company and them being on Broadway. And it was a lot of bad investments, right? But then I was also thinking, could it be him cheating on her, right? But then I was like, maybe not, because they are very open, right, with what goes on in their bedroom. They do have people in their bedroom. They don't shy away from that, right? But I'm saying to myself, even though she grants this in their relationship, did he take it too far? And just reading this, and even a couple of years ago, from her saying 8 years down, a lifetime to go, I'm convinced that it might have been a cheating thing. I'm convinced he stepped outside of their marriage and she decided to end it because of that. Especially if I'm allowing you to have people inside our sexual, relationship, we having threesomes or whatever y'all doing, but then you still step out and you cheat. That might have been a nail on the coffin for her. Do y'all remember? I'm trying to remember, it was her last season. I don't think it was her last season, but do y'all remember when they actually, I believe it was the piano. I believe it was the premiere, the opening of the piano on Broadway. And they were staying at his condo in Jersey. But she was not feeling that condo. I think she was feeling like it was more of a bachelor pad, and she just did not like it. He was trying to convince her that it's a better investment because they will be traveling back and forth to New York because they do produce Broadway, that this is better for us to stay here than staying in hotels or whatever in New York. He was trying to convince her of that. Remember when Kenya was like, oh my God, this is a nice place, when he had them over, she wanted to renovate it. Do y'all remember that? But Kandi wasn't feeling that apartment. I don't know, y'all. It's giving me he cheated. I don't know what it is. It's something along that lines. I don't think it's necessarily financial. I think it's on that line. I don't know. I feel real bad for them because they were family. They had 4 kids all together. They had 2 biologically, and then she had her daughter. He has his daughter. They've been together for a very long time. Am I shocked that they are getting divorced? I am not. I think outside of the endeavors that they did, I think Todd dealt with a lot when it comes to her family, specifically her mother. Do y'all remember this? Y'all remember this? My bad.
Cause let me tell you, ain't no river high enough, ain't no ocean deep enough, ain't no desert hot enough to keep me off your ass, baby.
Her mother was a terror, and so was her aunts. They were on him constantly. Imagine being in a relationship where pretty much your mate's family doesn't like you. Imagine the stuff that he had to go through from outside of what we saw. I can imagine the arguments that they had. I love Kandi down. I love seeing a successful Black woman, but when it comes to her mother and her aunts, Kandi is weak. Kandi's weak. The stuff that her mother used to say to Todd's mother, her friends, because her mother assumed that her pocketbook, i.e. Kandi, was being threatened by them. The way she treated these people, and Kandi did nothing. Kandi would go, Mom, or she would never say anything to her mother. I can imagine throughout all these years what she was constantly doing, and maybe put a strain as well on their marriage. I'm just throwing things out there, y'all. Forgive me. I'm just trying to sort through. Kandi's a very open person. So eventually after she heals, I wouldn't be surprised she went on her podcast or whatever she's going to do and talk about their relationship. I would not be surprised. But I have a feeling, as I'm talking to y'all, I think it was infidelity, but it also could have been the family as well. Because her mother was a terror. Her mother was just, she didn't like him. I know she jumping for joy. Even though those are her grandkids' father, I know she jumping for joy. And I know for a fact that Kandi probably talked to her mother just to get an ear, just to kind of figure out what should she do. I know it. It's a sad thing because it's a marriage. They have 2 kids together, They were a family. They were a family for a very long time. Yeah. I'm sorry to hear about it. What are you guys' thoughts on it? What do y'all think? Do y'all think it was infidelity? Do you think it was just a strain on a relationship because of her family? Do you think it's because all the failed endeavors, even though they've been quite successful recently with the Broadway stuff? What do y'all think? Y'all let me know down below. But let's get into how many more topics I got left. Hold on, y'all. How long I've been talking? Ooh, I've been talking about hour and 20. Y'all better enjoy this. Y'all better watch everything. All right, so let me make sure this is the last topic. Yes, it is. Okay, let's get into this last topic, right? I was like contemplating, should I talk about this? Because it is a mess. So the other day, there was audio leaked of Summer Walker talking to Rich Kid and begging him to be his side chick. And the person who apparently leaked this audio was her ex-boyfriend, Little Meech. I don't know if you guys know who Little Meech is. He's an actor, and he was on 50 Cent's show about this like brother duo. I forgot what the show was called. I didn't watch it, even though Da Vinci was on it with his little fine ass. But yeah, she was dating him. There was cheating allegations on his end, but apparently she was doing stuff as well, and he decided to leak the audio, allegedly. So let's first listen to the audio. Hold on, let me bring it up. Let me just so y'all can see. Okay, let's bring it up. Hold on.
Because I'm tipsy, and they say when you're tipsy, your true self and your true feelings come out. Because I don't know, I don't want to wait till tomorrow and I don't say it. I miss you, and I want to see you, and I want to hang out, and I'm honestly really glad. I know it probably sounds fucked up, but I'm really glad everything.
I'm laughing, y'all, because I'm gonna tell you after why I'm laughing, because this is ridiculous.
How it worked out, because I want you to be with your family.
That's why I'm laughing.
Like when
that's why I'm laughing.
When we were in Italy and I kept saying that to you, I was like, why aren't you with your baby mom? Like, I'm not gonna bother y'all, I promise. Because y'all was never gonna stop fucking with each other anyway. That's why I just like kind of just fucked our shit up, because she was acting crazy. She's always acting crazy. She be fighting people and everything, calling the flower shop looking for the address. Like, I don't have time for that shit. I can't have a serious relationship with someone when they baby mama act like that. So I'm so glad that y'all are back together. I want y'all to be together forever, and I just want to fuck with you. You know, when you have time, we always have a good time. You treat me so good, I treat you so good, and I'm not gonna bother y'all. Like, you can buy me a fucking. When we were in Italy and I kept saying that to you, I was like, why aren't you with your baby mom? Like, new phone, since you don't know the number, and save it under Pizza Hut for all I care. I'm not gonna post shit. Nothing. So that's all I wanted to say. And I know that you're not gonna be weird or like out us or anything like that. New phone.
All right, so that was the audio leak, and let me correct myself. It wasn't Little Meech who leaked it. It was actually Academics, okay, on his podcast. So if y'all don't know who Summer Walker is, if you're watching this and you don't know who Summer Walker is, child, I don't know what to tell you. Outside that, she's an R&B singer, a very successful R&B singer who is actually nominated for a few Grammys for this upcoming Grammy. Okay, so she's a Grammy nominated, and I believe Grammy award-winning R&B singer, right? So it was audio leaked of her leaving. I'm assuming she was leaving a voicemail for Rich Kid. Rich Kid is a rapper. But Rich Kid has a fiance and children. This woman, Summer Walker, is well aware of that, but she wants to continue to be his side piece. So she's literally on the phone begging this man to be her side piece, to be his side piece. This is a successful R&B singer with kids, by the way. She has like 3 or 4 kids. And she's on the phone requesting to be his side chick because she knows he's not going to leave his fiance and kids. Talk about hood rat behavior. Hood rat behavior. So after this audio leak, right, here comes Summer Walker and what she had to say. Before I do that, let me tell y'all what Little Meech said, because of course he heard about the audio leak, and then he writes this. Let's bring it out. He says, Karma is a bitch. Now, mind you, these two haven't been together for about 2 or 3 years. So apparently from this, I'm assuming she's been messing with Little Meech for a long time. Right? So that's that. Now let's listen to what Miss Summer Walker had to say.
I just want to be the side. That's what I was saying. Like, I just want to be the side, and I just want you to chill. I don't like him enough to lay up next to him every day. I don't even know how you do it. I'm not going to start talking about him.
Now, here she's talking to Tory Brixx, who is the fiance to Rich Kid. Because Tory Brixx has been saying that she has been pretty much harassing her. So this is her coming back from that allegation. Just FYI.
Start talking about him, but you know the things about him. Girl, I don't know how you do it. I was just trying to play my little position. He clearly won't stop, and you know he's obsessive. You can like say that you're going to leave him alone, and he will just call you back to back to back. Get to call your friends, get to call your manager, get to call your assistant, get to sending stuff, da 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 da. It's like free money. So why would you just, every now and then you just give in? You be like, you know what, fuck it. Let that nigga do it. Let that nigga take me somewhere. And you know what, I'm actually really glad you did this. Because I was this close. I said, damn.
I just want to interject here. This is a woman who says that she is not socially awkward, but she doesn't like to be around people. That's why she doesn't do too many like concerts and things like that. But she's constantly on social media talking and doing stuff. Like she is, just like the person said in the comments, I don't you say she's a bird. This man is, engaged to another woman and has a family. Why are you entertaining him? There's so many men out here in this world that are not attached to anyone. Even if you just wanted a sexual relationship with them, you could have that relationship with them. Why are you messing with this man? You look stupid. You don't look like the good person here. You look like the bad person. She's a mess, but let's continue.
Push, and I really want a condo in Miami. But I really kept thinking about it. I was like, I don't know, because you act nuts.
How does Rich Kid do? I ain't never heard not one song from him.
And this is what I needed to see. I was never going to get peace in my condo. You were going to tear. I just want to be the side. That's what I was saying. Like, I just want to terrorize the living shit out of me. This being on the internet, because when I did this, how long has it been since I did this? It's been so long since I did this. Why would I even be doing this? Why would I even be doing it? Shit, at this point, let me get something out of it. Y'all stream finally over it, y'all. It's like #1 on the charts. It's doing great. Like, keep it up. But, like, why would I be doing this? Both of y'all are older than me, by the way. You're an old bitch, and that's an old-ass nigga. I'm still in my...
Hey, but you're still going on. So you're using your age as an excuse to act like that because they're a little bit older than you? How old is Summer Walker? Summer Walker has to be in her late 20s. Has to be. I personally thought she was in her 30s, but she has to be in her late 20s. There's no way. She'll be 30 in a couple of months.
20s. Why would we be on the internet as adults? We all have kids. Like, why are we even doing this? I just didn't even get the point of that. But anyway, I'm going to say whatever I got to say to that nigga, babe. You think I really love him? You think I really want him? If I did, you would be cooked out on the street. Working a 9 to 5, babe. If I wanted that nigga is obsessed. Okay? The living.
Look how they caught him on her live laughing. Lord Jesus. She got more to say. Hold on. Before that, let's see what Rich Kid had to say.
Why should somebody, she could have had me, but she was begging. Now that's crazy. Bitch, what? Oh, I just got to India,
This is
y'all.
the man. This is the man that they fighting over.
Let me get a...
Are we for real? And he got his own stuff on his own shirt.
Why should somebody, she could have had me, but she was begging. Now that's crazy. Bitch, what? Banana, strawberry. Strawberry. Why should somebody, she could have had me, but she was begging. Now that's
Anyway,
crazy.
let's go. She talked some more. Y'all get ready. It's quite a few.
You can't, Tory. You cannot. I'm telling you, I'm not mad. I'm really not mad. It was childish. I know you're fried. And, like, you're just losing it because he just won't stop. Like, fuck all these hoes. But you cannot beat every single one of these hoes up. You cannot catch every single one of these hoes. He's never going to stop. You can't stalk every single one of these hoes. You're going to end up going to jail or getting hurt or, like, by somebody, not by me. I don't care that much. I'm having a girl talk with you. You really got to cut it out. And you have to start understanding, like, okay, he's the problem. He don't like you. He don't like you. He doesn't like you, babe. He doesn't like you. If he liked you, reality check, y'all would be married with no scandals and no infidelity. Okay? You can't, Tory. You cannot. I'm telling you, I'm not mad. I'm really not mad. It was childish. I know you're fried. And, like, you're just losing it because he just won't stop. Like, fuck all these hoes. But you cannot beat, seriously, you got to cut it out. Because I don't know what you're about to do. If you're, like, about to go out and on a tangent and lose your mind and try to start talking about everything me and that man ever talked about. It's childish, it's inappropriate, and it's really sad. It's sad. So, from woman to woman, you gotta cut it out, okay? All right. These will be the last flowers I receive from him, okay? Okay.
Okay, let's see something else. That's just crazy.
Let me move these gigantic ass fucking flowers out the way. Yo, nigga just got me. That was probably the dumbest shit I ever seen anybody do. Not gonna cap. Because it was like no point. For what? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, for what?
This is ridiculous, y'all.
I'm not mad because I know that you're off in your mind. You're fried in your mind.
Now you're talking about somebody's off and Friday in your mind, but you on live, okay, announcing that you have no problem being someone else's side chick.
So, I can't expect anything.
Where's the logic?
Less. But it's just like, for what? I don't have no shame.
We can see. We can see that.
Shame. I take nothing back, babe. I told everybody on Fuck My Type I date for money now. Your man, he spends money.
What does Rich Kid do?
He spends money. Y'all are not married. I don't fuck with married men. Whenever I even thought there was... Let me move these gigantic
You don't mess with married men, but you're messing with someone who is who's engaged to someone and have children. Excuse me, y'all. Something on my lip. Like, make that make sense. Because he doesn't have the signed paperwork as being a husband, it's okay to mess with?
The ring, I made sure there was no ring. There was no ring. Tory Brixx, we have seen videos of you fighting women, bloody, beating them bloody. We have seen videos of Rich on Ring cameras, like he got someone pregnant. time after time after time after time after time. I don't even have enough fingers for how many bitches that he cheats on you with on a daily basis. And you have no self-respect whatsoever.
And you do? You're messing with someone who's already in a relationship with someone else. Because you're open and honest about it, you have respect for yourself? You don't. Because if you did, you wouldn't mess with him. You wouldn't mess with a known cheater who has side babies.
And instead of taking that shit up with your man, you come at everybody else, but the source of the problem. The ring, I made sure there was no ring, there was no ring.
Child, she got one more. I can't with this woman.
Everybody can call me Bird. Everybody can call me Everybody can call me Miss Pizza Hut. That's perfectly fine. I actually put my name as Miss Pizza Hut in the bio. It doesn't bother me. I don't care about that nigga. You do. So now
you don't care about him, but you continue to mess with him. You left a voicemail because you wanting to be his side chick. You make 0 sense, Summer. You really need to be evaluated because this makes no sense whatsoever. I said it multiple times. She doesn't.
I want you to go through his phone and post the rest of the bitches. Because everybody about to sit here and act like it's just me and she was fucking with her nigga. Post the rest of the 25 bitches he was fucking with. And I want you to do it how the Shade Room do it when Nick Cannon be up there with his baby mamas. I want you to draw the lines and the time, the time frames and all that shit. Make a fucking PowerPoint and put all the bitches up on the internet that he's fucking with. Because if not, you're just singling me out for clout, and that's weird. That's fucking weird. Because all that shit, I ain't even fucked that man in so long. Even when he be trying to, I don't like him. Everybody can call me a bird. Everybody.
So that's what she had to say. And then Tory Brixx goes on her social media to say this. I'm not playing the music. I'll play a little snippet of it and that's it. So that's Tory Brixx. That's her fiance. Her lips. Y'all know them fake red lips and you know them fake red lip plastic lips. That's what her lips look like. So that's what she put, and then she put this. And then she puts this. I guess Summer was texting her. She says, here, hold on. Rich have this smoke for Rich. Rich have this smoke for Rich. You and Rich arguing what I got to do with it. Girl, you've been reaching out to me for years and blowing up my phone, literally trying to be my friend like a fan. I'm not the one that posted it. I come direct, and you know that. And then this is what Summer Walker had to say. Call me when you lonely or weak or just want to have fun. Good night. Night, brew. How you holding up? Reached out to you about linking up to give you some good words of encouragement and how to move on from an end that don't respect you. And since then, I've completely moved on from the situation. Despite the end, continue to harass me and my friends. Please don't be telling people about this unfortunate encounter and showing people our messages. If I knew he had a fiance, I would never F with him. What year was this? 2023? Summer, stop lying. We all knew about Tory Brixx for years. I don't even follow them like that, and I knew it. Let me tell y'all something. This is extremely messy. It's disgusting. And Summer Walker, you will come out here looking like the bad guy. Not even Rich the kid. You sit up here saying, why she don't talk about him? Why she don't deal with him? Why she don't blame him? Why she coming at you specifically or all the other women, all the other alleged women that he's been messing with. We've been knowing for years that he's been cheating on Tory Brixx, right? I've seen it in the blogs. I don't follow it, but I've seen it that he's cheated plenty of times on her and she keeps going back. That is her choice and that's her prerogative of going back. But that doesn't give you the right to taunt her that she's still with them. And it's messed up that you think it's okay to do all these lives saying that what he's doing for you and that you just want to be the side chick. You come out looking like the bird. How are you in this situation and you're a successful artist? What is wrong with people like this? You got everything that you want, but then you still act like this on the side. I see what it is. He probably you mess with him. He laid that pipe down on you. You couldn't get out of your mind. You probably wanted him more than just a side piece. Found out that he was with someone and he had a family. I'm talking about outside this message. Got upset. He don't want to be with you. So you begging him to continue to be his side piece. Mind you, she's been with plenty of men. Plenty of men. But he might be the one that she really wants. So she's sitting up there, she's taunting this young lady. I'm not saying Tory Brixx is an innocent person. I don't know her. I don't really know her story or the background of her being aggressive and beating up other women. But she's the one that comes out looking the innocent one, not you. This is disgusting. And why do we all need to know about this? Summer, didn't you just have an album out? You're nominated for Grammys. Why are you focused on that? Why are you focusing on some unattractive man? What does this man do? For the life of me, of God, what did this man do? I'm going to look it up. Hold on. Let me bring it back up to me. What did this guy do? I'm confused. I don't know what this man is. His name is Dimitri Leslie Roger, known as Rich the Kid. He's an American rapper. After a number of independent mixtapes, he signed with Interscope in 2017. What are his hits? Oh my God, he's from New York. Oh, Lord help us. Lord help us, he's a New Yorker. What are the hits? I need to see the charts. I can show y'all what I'm looking at. No biggie. I need to see what kind of charts he got going on. Hold on. Where's the charts? Where's the charts? I don't see nothing. Do y'all see his stuff charting? Normally, if somebody's stuff is charting, they'll show it. What is this? He got 4 studio albums. Never heard not one song from him. It says he's known for his record label called Rich Forever Music. Does he have any artists on it? The first label artist was a Chicago-based famous Dex. I don't know who that is. Listen, I'm not a rap person. I like to listen to my R&B. I like to listen to my rap. Listen to my R&B, my pop, a little bit of rock. I don't do rap too much. He also signed his first producer to Rich Forever Music, The Lab Cook, in 2016. So he first released a 15-track compilation with Offset, Skipper the Flipper. What is he, a dolphin? Little Yachty and OG Mako. Again, I'm not seeing any hits. Are y'all seeing any hits? Is he a businessman? Is that what he really is? Because I don't see no hits. Am I bugging? It's all about the D. I'm telling y'all, that's all this is. 2 women fighting over D, because that doesn't make any sense. Or Summer Walker harassing another woman about over the D that's not hers. Girl, get a grip. Go seek a therapist because you need it. Because all what you just did was a hot-ass mess. And again, you look crazy. You look crazy. You look bitter. You look envious. That's it for all the topics. This has been a long video, almost 2 hours. I can't believe this is almost a 2-hour video, and I'm going to upload everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed. What are you guys' thoughts on all the topics that I discussed in this video? You guys let me know down below in the comment section. We can start a discussion. If you guys like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. It really pushes my video and my channels through the algorithm. So I do, please, just give it a like. It's free 99. It's not going to hurt you. And if you guys like my channel and you haven't yet to subscribe, make sure you subscribe and turn on your notification bell. And I will see you guys in the next one. That's it for today's tea on Pam Unfiltered. If you love the drama, the gossip, and the real talk, hit that button, like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. I'll see you in the next one.